Or as one of my coworkers said I should say in one of my videos, howdy y'all. Just kidding. Last week I made a video about precious moments and I did not film an intro outro for it just because it was self-explanatory because I've talked about it so much and I just wanted you to enjoy the pictures. So I kind of set it up as like a walking tour as if you actually went there. You go through the gift shop, then you go through the grounds, and then you go through the chapel and through more of the grounds. So I tried to set it up as best as I could. So I really hope you enjoyed it. And then now I'm going to talk about the Arkansas part of my vacation. One of the places that we went, which I was absolutely thrilled to go, was the Crescent Hotel, which is America's most haunted hotel. And it was a lot of fun. And we went there and we asked if they did tours, and they're like, oh, we can just go ahead and walk around and check the place out. And we're like, oh yeah, alright. And apparently there's a morgue there, and I wanted to go into it, but I couldn't find it. And then when I was reading stuff on it later, they said the morgue was on the 3rd floor, so I probably walked past it. That is why you do your research before you go to paranormal places. Okay, another place we went is the Christ of the Ozarks, and it's this gigantic statue of Jesus Christ, and it's actually really beautiful to stand there and look at it. Where it is, it's by something called the Great Passion Play, which unfortunately we didn't get to go in there, but the back where you enter to go to into this theater, I think it's like outside, it's really pretty. And I wanted to go in there and look at it just because I'm a theater person and I like to look at sets. Unfortunately, they would not let us in there unless we went to go see the show. The statue is really pretty to go see, and funny thing is, from the lookout point there, you could see the Crescent Hotel, and then when you're standing out on the balcony on the Crescent Hotel, then you can see across the Christ of the Ozarks. So it was actually pretty incredible. I took pictures of it both ways. There's this art museum that's in Bentonville called Crystal Bridges, and it was really pretty, and it was really nice to see. And even though, like, I mean, I'm not majoring in art, I think art is pretty, but like the building, the way it was structured, the views, when you look out the windows and just like the woods, it was so pretty. And then of course all the art was just incredible, which, I mean, art is amazing. Usually my family does not go to art museums when we go on vacation, just because we have one, I mean, close enough. I mean, unless there's something like really spectacular about it, which, I mean, there was something spectacular about this one, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Also in Bentonville there is this little soda fountain that we found by the Walmart Museum. We did not go to the Walmart Museum just because none of us wanted to, but it was just like a really cute little soda fountain, and which I really love soda fountains. Like, if there was one in my home city, I would be frequenting there just about all the time, just because it's fun, and it's like really good, like homemade ice cream, and you get stuff like green phosphates and stuff like that. It's great. Another place in Bentonville is called the Peel Mansion, which is this family called the Peels owned it, and it was like set up, and so we went there, and they took us through the house, and we got to see it, and, you know, talked about it. I mean, they're significantly just like I think the first governor of Arkansas was what it was, or first senator of Arkansas. Only that place and one other place, like mansion or house or museum that I've been to, or birthplace, actually has let you go upstairs. I mean, they wouldn't let us go fully upstairs because there was still like another room, but it was like steep stairs and stuff. But most of the places, they won't let you go upstairs. Just, I mean, I don't know if that just has to do with like the way it's built, and they just don't want people walking around on it. But it was just like really cool because, I mean, they were like, okay, now we'll go upstairs. I'm just like, oh, we're going upstairs. Eureka Springs, we walked around, or we drove around Eureka Springs and looked at things. That's where the Crescent Hotel and Crest of the Ozarks was. And actually, when we were driving around trying to find the Crescent Hotel, we saw a Hilton street. So I apparently have a street in Arkansas. we went downtown and we went to this place called the Basin Hotel. I mean, we were there for just a few minutes, but we went in because that's another haunted hotel. And if you know me, you know I'm like big into hauntings and haunted places. So I went in there. I took pictures at that hotel and at the other hotel. I possibly got something at the Crescent Hotel, but I can't. From my camera, I can't zoom in on the picture. I haven't figured out how to do that, so I put it on the computer so I can zoom it in. I honestly think it's just dust, but I need to zoom in just to make sure. And then the Thorn Crown Chapel, we also went there. It's in Eureka Springs. Somebody told us that we should go look at it, and oh my gosh, it was just gorgeous. It's like a church and with like glass walls, and like the structure of it, it was like one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen, one of the most beautiful buildings I've ever seen. And so it was just pretty. Like, I mean, they let us go in there and just like sitting there and just like taking all of it. I mean, it was beautiful. So after leaving Eureka Springs, we went by Beaver Lake, and we were gonna, like, you know, stop at the lake, walk around for a couple minutes, dip our feet in, because that's just what we like to do. And everywhere there was a couple places to stop, but they were going to charge us like a bunch of money. And I mean, it wasn't like we were going to be there for 4 hours. We were just going to be there for like maybe 5 minutes. But so we ended up just like completely driving around the lake and going over Beaver Dam. That was most of the things we did. We also did some shopping and, you know, normal vacation stuff like that. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be notified when more videos are posted. All my social media links are down there in the description. Today, oh, my hair's sticking out now. That's the wrong side. Oh, bleh. I'm just gonna start. Why is my hair not working? And then we got to see. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi.